That is like one of the reasons I'm very worried about Assassin's Creed Shadow, because Assassin's Creed Shadow, depending how it survives, let's say a good 9 months. Actually, no, let's be a bit more generous. Like the history of the game might actually carry a bit of that time. So let's say a year, right? Because let's be honest, the reception when it launches is going to be absolute dog water. We all know, like people are already set in their ways to hate the game. It doesn't matter if it's going to be good when it comes out. People are just going to hate it. It might have been a really cool story, but they released it at the most worst fucking time to have a story like that. People are just exhausted from DEI slop or just like, you know, diversity fucking claims and other garbage in video games that people like. It doesn't matter if they were planning to do a really good story. Like, they should have put that off for another couple of years and just release something else. Unity was awful at launch, but became good after all the patches. Yeah, I heard that. Like, right now, like, if watching Unity montages of people free running or doing missions on, like, no HUD runs, is my favorite fucking thing. I heard that. So it's like, I'm not putting it past Ubisoft to actually be able to fix it. It just depends if they fix it. I did give this some thought recently. Like, how would you give the Assassin's Creed games a bit more stability and a bit more longevity? How to fix them? Chat. Let's talk about how to make Assassin's Creed great again. Because let's be honest, Shadows will most likely flop at launch. So Shadows will most likely flop at launch. Like, we can all agree that it will most likely flop because it's already set to flop. People already don't like it. Even if it's going to be really fucking good at the start, chances are it will flop because people are very set on not liking this game right now. But it's a new game, engine's improved, I assume it's improved. They can still fix it within a year. They can still fix it in a way that will start bringing in money, right? You complete the story, right? You have fun, etc., etc. Build co-op multiplayer so that you and your friend can enjoy the story, right? There's two characters. There's Yosuke and the girl. I don't remember her name, right? So there should be co-op, A. B, there should be freelancer mode. Freelancer mode is pretty much randomized objectives on the map, plus bonus objectives for extra Twinkie points, right? Just having co-op multiplayer and just hanging out with your friend trying to do cool assassinations and run-throughs of maps, that's already sick. Then, freelancer mode. Randomize some of the missions, some of the maps. They're always doing the same thing. You unlock a map, you scout objectives, etc., and there are objectives on these maps, right? What if you randomize some of the objectives? It could be one of like 10 people that you need to murder, or plus additional objectives that you need to do, right? Here's the thing, it will give it replayability. You know what? Rewards. We do need rewards. Build a fucking villa. Because I'm playing Assassin's Creed 2 right now, Assassin's Creed 2 style villa. Give us a little village and we can kind of put money into it that we kind of grind out and we make it personalized in our own. Encourage personal comfy space / zone. Possible cosmetics. Chill area for you and friendos. Right? That would be the reward. Now, let's be honest, the blacklist servers literally went offline recently. The multiplayer for Revelations also went offline recently. They got spare servers. Give players invasions. Let's call them Templar invasions. Enemy players invade players doing campaign missions or freelancer missions, PvP. Like, these freelancer missions, depending how active you are, these can be done either within like 15 minutes or maybe 40 minutes, right? But include some PvP. With all the mechanics we have, smoke bombs, distractions, like a bit of camouflage from Unity, like make it fun. Plus co-op. You got co-op and one player, you got two people trying to do objectives on the map, and one player, hell, maybe even two players, invade them, like a rogue assassin, like the dude from Assassin's Creed Rogue, right? Invade them, try to assassinate them, or hinder them. For that, they need to observe what people or what guards are dead, or, you know, what objectives might be done around on the map. But obviously this would depend on map design, right? But this, like just this, will give this whole thing so much longevity. Hell, later on, like let's say in 2-3 years, when the craze for Shadows is gonna, I say craze, when the hype for Shadows is gonna fall off, this whole thing can be a separate game. Now you might be asking, how is this gonna save the game? They still need to make money other than just giving us replayable content that we're gonna play non-stop. Cosmetics for players. Maybe they can turn into someone cool. Maybe they want to turn into a clown. Maybe they want to turn into like a guard. Something. Cosmetics for players plus cool swords, daggers, and hidden blades. Something. Maybe a cool finisher, right? Money. Cosmetics for villas, personal zones. Maybe I want like a cool statue of fucking Altair coated in gold. Money. Rotate that shit every month. Then, because eventually this is possible to become just its own entity, its own like nexus of content for players. Maybe there are players who just don't want to go through the fucking store anymore and they just want to do PvP against players. Maybe this is going to be so fucking fun enough for them that they're just going to do that. New maps, let's say every 4 or 5 months. Money. Because like maps can be really fucking sick. New map with new content, new objectives, new missions. Hell, you can even go a bit like nostalgia factor and possibly old maps. For example, Jerusalem, adapt them to the free run system on whatever like the most updated new engine is. Nostalgia factor will fucking kick in. Some people really like Valhalla. Florence, Venice, Paris. There you go. Actually, Paris, that's true. Fucking Paris might be sick. Florence, different types of maps because we have so many fucking games at this point. We got Egypt, Greece. Now have Japan. We also have China. Even if it's mobile, it's still part of the Assassin's Creed games. We have like very, very old map that we can grab from Italy, etc., etc., etc. Like from London as well. We have this like catalog of references we can use for nostalgia. Release a new map dedicated to every Assassin's Creed game, every like season or like every 4 or 5 months. Hell, give it a fucking battle pass even. Why the fuck not? Possible battle pass built with cosmetics, money. Cosmetics like gear or even main characters, protagonists. There you go. Maybe someone wants to play as Altair. Maybe someone wants to make a PvP montage of, you know, them playing as Avi Fry from Syndicate. Like, this can fucking work. Just use the new engine. You can make this within a year. You have enough assets from fucking so many games at this point. Like, use the last 4 games worth of assets. I know these are like separate studios, but at least use references or inspirations or something. You have the power. And I promise you, if you make this right, specifically like Assassin's Creed Unity level of like in-depth of maps and objectives, like this can bring in a lot of fucking money to Assassin's Creed. Just to clarify, this is besides what's gonna happen with Shadows. Maybe there's gonna be story, maybe there's gonna be DEI, I don't care. Doesn't matter right now. Right now, doesn't fucking matter. Whatever they decided, people are gonna hate it at the start because they already like gathered a lot of like negative PR. Maybe later on they will like it, maybe they will fix things, I don't know. Maybe the story is actually kick-ass and it will slowly actually gather a good positive feedback from players. Who knows? But let's not turn this into another fucking, you know, rotation of FIFA games or Call of Duty games where you just have to release a game every year, right? Like, between games, give us something we can do. Because, like, sure, we can go through cosmetics or some replayable modes in Valhalla or something else, grind out all the levels, grind out all the achievements, but, like, after a few months, we're gonna drop the game, and it's just not gonna be worth it. But if there's a replayable mode like this, where you just do freelancer mode, you just do missions, you do maps, you do, like, hell, you know what? Don't call it freelancer mode, because that's from Hitman. Call it Animus Nexus Simulations Wibbly Wobbly Cool Thing. There you go. The perfect title. TM. Trademark pending, okay? Invasions. Let's call it not even Templar invasions. Let's say defectors, right? Defector invasions. Because we're all going to be using specifically mechanics of assassins. We're all going to be jumping on roofs. We're going to be hiding on top of tall buildings looking for them, right? Defector invasions. So maybe you defected from the Templars to the assassins. Maybe you defected from the assassins to the Templars, and that's why you're fighting each other. Or, I don't know, counter contract. Contract. Defector invasions, counter contract defector invasions, and you can invade players during campaign or freelancer missions, and you get to do a bit of PvP. Hell, you know what? For bonus design, let's say you get also bonus objectives, because, you know, people are stealth players, right? PvP can be either combat, you can either initiate them, start focusing, you can both like start fighting, deflecting, etc. You can also do objective as well. You can do as an invader extra objectives to hinder the other players getting to their objectives, right? Let's say they gotta kill someone. You do some objectives that will close certain doors and limit the entrance into the building that would essentially help that player get the objective done, or the assassination done, right? Or in other, like, stealth, you gather information. You walk around, you don't get seen, you follow them. You figure out their information, right? Bonus Twinkie points for anything, just to, you know, get some cosmetics and more schmeckles for your villa or your, like, personal zone. See? Like, this right here can help a lot. Just make this, like, online capability with a bit of, like, PvP, a bit of PvE. Just freelancer mode, just like the randomization roguelike element to redoing the campaign, like without PvP, is also going to give like the game a lot of longevity, especially for speedrunners and people who just like a bit of randomicity and just like to not speedrun but like free run missions. Like this is going to give it a lot of longevity. Make it part of Shadows, because like it needs to be in somewhere. Don't sell it separately yet. In a few years, once Shadow becomes, you know, goes into the shadows and out of obscurity after like a couple of extra Assassin's Creed titles, make this like a separate fucking thing. So like you made the like Black Flag DLC standalone thing. It can be done. Just make this standalone thing for people who don't want to fucking get Shadows in about 3-4 years, and make this like a separate thing. The spawning parts where you are overhearing what they're talking about could be like the tailing missions from AC3. Yes! Maybe they need to talk to certain people, so you camouflage yourself, you dress up. Hell, you know what? Cosmetics for players, you can dress up. Let's say you can dress up as an example, peasant, beggar, guard, officer, depending on the map. Like, you know, you can also like battled a lady screaming at pigeons. Get those cosmetics. Can you imagine how fucking cool this would be? If it's not just, you know, you just disguise as someone. What if you could already have like certain sets and gear that you could equip before a mission, or like you're about to invade this map. Here, set up your loadout, right? And you pick like fat old lady screaming at pigeons, and you just stand near an objective and do that thing until you see them do it. But obviously, this is kind of like a very... What is that game called? Where you have like people disguise themselves as objects and you gotta prop hunt, yeah? So just like prop hunt rules. Can't kill civvies. Because, you know, you can't just keep stabbing everyone on the map until you kill them, you know? Especially if they're being sneaky, right? Can't kill civvies. No camping. You're gonna be timed. If you're gonna be camping in one area for too long or haven't done an objective in a certain amount of time, you're gonna be, let's say, you're gonna be given like a notification where you are, given like some hints to your enemies to find you. Also, let's say no killing of the innocent, because then you're gonna get penalized. Let's say you kill a civvy by accident, and you're gonna be shown to the enemies for 30 seconds. Like, there will be a mark, they will see that you're in that direction, they can find you if you make a poor mistake. Assassin's Creed Unity did have the disguise ability where you randomly change your appearance, beggar, guard. Yeah, exactly, just similar to that one. Only here, you can unlock certain sets. The inspiration for this comes from Sniper Elite 5, where in PvP, you can dress up as one of the Nazi, like, NPCs, right? And I can walk around, pretend like I'm an NPC, in case I see them, like, you know, running somewhere from like a bush to bush. Same here, it's like, maybe you can unlock some fun disguises that you can do, like, near an objective. Maybe you can be a guard and just, like, replace a guard. You just stand and pose, like, with some special ability. Maybe you can be a beggar, maybe you can be an assassin if you want to have your own uniform. Maybe you want to dress up as an official. So yeah, I believe, like, if they just, like, make this one fucking mode where the community can come together and entertain ourselves without fucking any of this, without the, you know, anything... Like, because let's be honest, people aren't complaining about the gameplay. We know there's going to be parkour with a bit of, like, local elements of whatever country they're picking. Japan, Egypt, whatever the fuck, right? Every game is a bit unique in that term, that parkour changes based on that. But, like, and people are complaining about the story and the setting it's based in. Give something to the community that people will gladly give money for, like new maps, like a season pass for the maps, or just give us a battle pass with some cosmetics. Give us just the cosmetics on their own, similar to the ones in Valhalla and Odyssey, for example. You can just buy those cosmetics. You can make money off of this, but like this could be a very good replayable mode. So this would be my plan to, like, how to save the Assassin's Creed franchise and give it like something that can at least back up a bit of like longevity for it, because this can be just upgraded with every game too. Like, let's say they release this a year later after Shadows, right? People start playing it. I promise you, people will fucking enjoy the shit out of this. And then a new Assassin's Creed comes out. What that means? More cosmetics. More cosmetics here. More maps that can be potentially inspired by that game. Potentially a battle pass, just to encourage people to kind of, hey, look at all these cool items that we're gonna put in Assassin's Creed that comes out soon. You know, new advertisement. But yeah, just give us like this fun replayable mode. Don't give us a roguelike from fucking Valhalla or any of that sort. Just give us this like little either freelance mode or multiplayer. Like freelance that can be done in multiplayer or PvP. I know you have servers. You just turned off the servers on Blacklist and Revelations. Give me the fucking servers to play this instead. Like, God knows this is gonna be so fucking cool if you ever make this. But yeah, that would be my plan to save Assassin's Creed. I might make this a video. It's not gonna get any traction, but it's like, if anyone ever watches and think this is a cool idea, it's just nice to think that people agree. If you don't agree with this idea, fuck it, let me know. Might be cool to discuss. Because, like, let's be honest, nobody who actually likes Assassin's Creed wants Assassin's Creed or Ubisoft to fail. We want them to be less fucking greedy and lazy about their games. We also want them to be a bit more fucking, read the room and be a bit more considerate of what the gamers want. But nobody wants Assassin's Creed to fail.